Hello, everyone. Welcome to Brave Steps. I am April Shamara. If you are new here or returning to my channel, thank you so much for sitting with me. Join today's discussion by liking, subscribing, and of course, commenting. Your presence means so much to me. Now, there's something I need to talk about this week. And honestly, y'all, I wasn't sure if I was going to, because this conversation isn't pretty. It isn't soft, and it doesn't come wrapped in a bow. This week, I plan to talk about love languages and relationships, romantic relationships, family relationships, friendships, all forms of relationships. What I didn't plan on talking about was workplace moments that remind me how deeply love, respect, and change are connected. Because love language isn't just how we show affection. It's how we speak. It's how we respond, how we handle conflict, and how we treat people when they're already in pain. Now, last week at work, I came in early. I was hurting. My left side was in so much pain that I was debating whether I needed to go to the emergency room. I asked a coworker a simple question. Are you going to the other office today? That answer mattered in that moment because it determined whether I was going to go to the ER mid-shift or if I was going to push through until I clocked out. Now, instead of a simple yes or no, I got hostility, cursing, dismissiveness, disrespect, blatant disrespect. And when I addressed it calmly and directly, I was met with more aggression from her. And then something else entirely different. As an attempt to, save face or something because she was caught on Teams, I was labeled aggressive. Aggressive, y'all. This girl told the team lead that I was aggressive. Used the words always aggressive, and other people feel she's aggressive. No one in that office agreed with her, by the way. Now, if you're a Black woman watching this, you already know. You already know. Now, here's where love language comes in, because my love language, and maybe yours as well, is respect. Not silence, not shrinking, not shallowing, not swallowing mistreatment to make others comfortable. Respect is speaking to me like I'm human, answering simple questions without cursing, not projecting your bad day onto my body, not weaponizing stereotypes when I hold a boundary. Some people's love language is words of affirmation. Some people want gifts. Some people want quality time. And don't get me wrong, I want all of that as well. I also need for you to speak to me with care, especially when I'm vulnerable. And when that doesn't happen, the relationship changes entirely. Even work relationships. Girl, boy, sir, ma'am, I will write you off quickly. Goodbye. Now, let me say this clearly. Direct is not aggressive. Setting boundaries is not aggressive. Defending yourself is not aggressive. And it is exhausting how often Black women are expected to absorb disrespect quietly, because the moment we respond, we're suddenly too much. And change is unlearning the lie that love requires self-abandonment. Change is realizing if your peace depends on my silence, that is not love. That's control. Now, what made this moment heavier for me was that I was already in pain. Now, we all know I'm a disabled woman, and disabled bodies don't get extra grace. We get suspicion, impatience. We get told we're doing too much. And loving myself in that moment meant this: I didn't scream. I didn't escalate. I didn't shrink. I documented. I spoke to my supervisor. I contacted HR. I removed myself. Change doesn't always look loud. Sometimes change looks like choosing not to betray myself. Now, let me be honest for a quick moment. I'm an Aries through and through. The fiery Aries in me wanted to snap. I wanted to meet her exactly where she was. I wanted to return that same energy word for word, and it would have been up. Whatever you wanted to do, I was down for it, and I could have, but I didn't. Not because I was wrong, not because I was scared, not because I didn't have the right. I chose not to give them the angry Black woman label that they are so quickly to put on us. Now, y'all, that label is a trap. Because the moment we raise our voices, the moment we defend ourselves, the moment we stop being palatable, everything else disappears. The pain disappears. The disrespect disappears. The original offense disappears. And suddenly we become the problem. So change for me looked like restraint, not silence, but strategy. I spoke up, I documented, I involved leadership, and I protected myself without becoming the character they expected me to be. That's not weakness. That was self-love and wisdom. So if we're talking about love languages this week, here's a real question. How do you love yourself when someone speaks to you without love? Do you excuse it? Do you minimize it? Do you internalize it? Do you carry it with you? Or do you say, this changes how I move with you? Because change is recognizing patterns. Change is naming harm. Change is realizing that access to you is not unconditional. Y'all, this series is called Change for a reason. Because change isn't about growth. It's about choice. I choose not to accept disrespect disguised as stress. I choose not to carry the labels that were never mine. I choose not to confuse endurance with love. Change is an act of love. And sometimes love looks like a boundary. Now, ladies, if you resonated with this, gentlemen, if you resonated with this, if you ever had to choose yourself in a moment like this, I need you to subscribe. This series is for the ones learning how to love themselves out loud without shrinking, without apologizing, and without explanation. We're changing together, one boundary at a time.